It's nice. Hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me on our weekly exploration with new pages. Today, we are going to do a little bit technical on SEO thing. We call this customized URL and custom meta. Probably you all have heard this TDO that we offer from new pages, and this TDO we call this target driving optimization. Is a feature that comes along. In fact, this is a feature that integrated in our OneSync system. All right. In other words, this system is an AI SEO. Already done most of the major thing for you. In other words, you just need to post a product, and then with a product title, maybe upload pictures. If you do have videos or maybe like brochures, and you just need to describe your product specification. That's all, right? And then let our TDO do all the wonder jobs for you, right? But for those of you, if you want to maybe, in fact, this custom URL and custom meta is one of the features that you can find in our new pages merchant system, yeah. And I wouldn't say that since most of the on-site pages, right? Already we do have this TDO to help you to optimize. But in some way or another, if you want to improve your on-page, right? The on-site, some they call this on-site, some is on-page. Then this is where you can use these features to enhance and improve, or you are trying to rank your page higher, so that this is where you use these features. So it's like you buy a car, and the car already have all the specs and features and benefits. It comes in a package. So that works with our TDO. But in some cases, there are people that they will just want to modify their car a little bit, right? By maybe adding some to beautify it, or maybe add some spoiler, change the rim. So, but you don't change the entire car, right? If you change the entire car, then might as well you do everything from scratch. So, in other words, what I'm trying to say that today's lesson is to let you all know that this is one of the features that you can modify and improve some of your page. Not all page, because if you do everything, then you are going to break the whole TDO thing, and it might not work if you are not careful, right? So, first of all, I just want to let's dig deeper into this URL thing. So first of all, I want to share with you all, let me explain to you all what are URL slabs. All right. So straight away give you an example. Let's just say that I'm selling pet food, and my domain is petlover.com.my, and typically you will see on your website like about us. You do have service page, then you will see service page, then photo album like contact us, right? But if you go to your product page, this is where you will see that your URL, in most cases, is very, very lengthy. And if you find that this is, not to what you want to, you can actually make it better, right? You can improvise it by shortening. And where do you do it? This is where you go to web setting. And under customize website URL, then you'll be able to see there's two columns here. One is the source URL, the other one is the destination URL. I'm going to explain a little bit more on that. But beside the destination URL, there's a drop-down selection where you can choose either within your own website or external website. So meaning, if let's say the page that you want to change in terms of the URL comes from your website, then you choose within own website. But there are cases also where you maybe find an article, a very useful article, or some information from external website. Maybe some, let's say example, you found it from Wikipedia, or maybe you found it from Google. So this is where you choose the external website, and you want to make it into a source URL that comes from your web. All right. So this is where you can custom your website URL. So what are the guidelines that you can you need to take note when you customize your URL? Now here, I'm going to give you some guidelines to create a pro level URL. Okay, take note of these two things. All right. Number one is use targeted keywords in the URL once and only once. You need to. That's why before you do this, you have to really make sure that these are the slugs that you want to use. All right, because no point you do already, then later on you decided to change. Maybe you want to amend, and what will happen if you amend later on and your site already been indexed by Google? Okay, it will show you error 404, and we don't want that to happen. All right. So the second one that you need to take note is that shorter is better. Okay. One thing why shorter is better is because Google crawler, when they search for URL links, right? The shorter, then speed is essence. We talk about speed is essence. So if your URL, that's one thing why we want to use custom URL, right? When we make it shorter, right, then it's easier and faster for Google crawler to identify your page. Okay, for example, I just give you an example. Let's say back to my domain, petlover.com.my, and it's showing show product ID, then with the number code, and then before it goes to like daily notch, creamy cat, treat, Stallman, right? So these are the things that maybe I want to shorten it, right? So then I will copy the one that highlight in yellow, and then I put in the destination URL. Okay, so once I put in the destination URL, under the source URL, I will change it to cat treat Stallman. That's it. Okay, shorten it. Okay, don't have to put like daily. And in fact, if you are pet lover, right, Daily Notch is a brand. Okay, it's a brand name, right? So so if you want to describe, you need to be relevant. Your URL slug need to be relevant to the product that you want to post. So in this case, I put cat treat Stallman. That's all. No need to put daily notch creamy cat treat Stallman because it's too long with it. So the best is I would say within three words. That's really all right. So after I shorten it, right, then after I customize the URL, it will become like petlover.com.my/cat treat Stallman. Okay, this way it helps Google to identify your page much faster. All right. So this is where you do your custom website URL. And what's next? Okay, the next step is that if you want to enhance better and you want to make it even better, then you go to custom meta. All right. So under custom meta, right, you will see that there's meta title and meta description. Okay, so before I go in deeper into this, right, let me explain what is meta title and what is meta description and where it will show, all right, on Google search engine. Now, imagine this, when in most cases, when we go to Google search engine and we search for a certain keyword, and Google will list down all the sellers or suppliers that is related to based on this keyword. Now, in this case, you will see something like this, Asia Leading Business Portal. And then where is the meta title? Where is the meta description? These are the meta title. The one on top, the title, that one is meta title. And the one that describes the title is the meta description. Okay, is this important? Yes. Well, I have to let you know that meta description does not directly, does not really impact your search ranking. However, okay, if you write a good meta title and meta description, and it able to attract your audience or people to click on it, then Google will track that this link, which is your website, has a lot of people click on it, and that clicks, the action of clicking it, right, it will impact your search ranking. It has an effect on search ranking. Now, that's the reason why meta title and meta description, if you write it well, then it will improve or impact your search ranking. Now, in other words, right, meta title and meta description, right, it actually helps search engine to understand what your page is about, and it attracts user to click on your link. All right. So that's the therefore when you come you have to look at your website. You all know how to go to site dot, right? Site dot, and then when you search, you just need to type site dot and then search based on your company domain, and it will list down all the sites that's being indexed by Google. And you can go through one by one and see which one is more relevant and which one is, let's say, example. And if you see that, later I will show you some example. Okay? If you see that some of the page that you are trying to index, all right, you're trying to rank higher, and it's not that really attractive enough to you, what's more to your buyer or your audience, this is where you can come to meta title and meta description to customize it. Yeah. So, but before you have to do this meta title and description, right? Yeah. Here is a reminder to all of you. Okay, when you use custom meta, you need to make sure that it is unique. All right. You need to what do I mean by unique? Okay, unique, that means this is to avoid duplication. Okay, because sometimes your product might have variance. Variety. Okay, your product might have variety. All right. So if this specific product, like example, the cat treats is a salmon flavor, that particular page, right, you need to talk about salmon. All right. Don't mix it with other flavor like chicken flavor, tuna flavor, or any other flavor. All right. So you need to be specific. Again, if your page is talking about salmon, make sure that you talk about salmon. All right. Then relevant, okay, to the page content. Now, so take note that this one is very, very important. Now, what happens if, let's say, the page that I'm trying to rank higher, okay, like example, the cat treat salmon food, but my meta description, I'm going to type about, oh, we got salmon flavor, we got chicken flavor, we got, okay, the description, let's say I just talk about salmon, all right, but then my page, my product page, I have like salmon flavor, got tuna flavor, got chicken flavor, got any other big flavor. Then let me share with you, Google is going to hate you for that. So we don't want that to happen. So you need to be relevant, you need to be specific, and it has to be unique, all right, to the page that you were trying to rank higher. Okay, so here I'm going to give you some example. Okay, so guidelines to create SEO SEO friendly meta title. Straight away, I'll give you an example, right? So example of custom meta title. No, there's no right, there's no wrong. Okay, end of the day, because you are the one that you know your product well. So therefore, you need to structure it in a way that it attract your customers to understand what is your link all about. Okay, be able to capture their attention. All right. So the title, let me explain. There's two examples here. As first one is Daily Nosh, Creamy Cat Treat, High Omega 3 Salmon. Then with the company name. The second one is Creamy Cat Treat Salmon Flavor Supplier in KL. In this case, the second one I added a location, then followed by my company name. So let's go to the guidelines one by one. Now, place important keyword at the beginning of the title. All right. In this case, if the brand sells well, a lot of people, pet lovers, especially cat lovers, they know about this brand. And if your brand is selling well and generating money to your company, then by all means put the brand in the front, right? So the second one is you need to be precise and avoid spammy practice, all right? No need to put something like limited edition, or this kind of thing. One and only once, like that, this kind of spammy practice. All right. So you need to be precise. Like example, this product is about salmon, then just put salmon. In this case, there's another like keywords that really attract your customers' attention, like omega-3. Okay, omega-3 or creamy is something like that you explain about the product. All right, the product specification is creamy. It's not solid food. It's creamy for my cat. All right. So at least when your customers look for this at your link, right, your meta title, these are the things that they are looking at it, and it's related to the products that they want, then they will click on it. Okay, now take note of this. Keep it within 35 to 65 characters, not words. So 35 to 65 characters. All right, brand placement, just now I already mentioned to you. Okay, either you can put it in front or you can put it at the end of the title. Now, be unique to avoid duplication, all right, to prevent confusion in search engine. Then it has to be readable and use appealing phrasing, all right? So these are one of the one way in, and the second one, just now I mentioned also that I actually added location like in KL, okay, in KL. So meaning that sometimes you can also play with this keyword, like example, you add a location, because sometimes when customers search for like salmon, cat treat salmon, maybe like cat treat supplier in KL, and chances are your product also will appear. So I leave it to you, there's no wrong, there's no right. If you think that location helps you, then by all means go ahead, add the location. All right. So the next one is meta description. All right, meta description. Now here's the tips for you to write your meta description. You need to write your description in a way that it encourage your people to click on your link. It's something like marketing, okay? It's like a marketing phrase or marketing sentence, right? Be short and precise, summarize your whole sentences. Okay, so here I give you some example. Now, first one, this one is the most important one. Cut the length down to between 150 to 160 characters. Okay, no point you write an essay in paragraph, 2 paragraphs. No point, because Google has a certain calculation algorithm, right? If you exceed the number of characters, right, it will truncate. So whatever you write is useless really. Okay, because for a user to go and read, they can't see what is your remaining sentences. So there's no point. It doesn't capture them. So that's the best is that you put within 150 to 160, whatever important things that you want to put, that you will capture your user attention so that they will click on the link. Right. The second one is you need to add target keywords. Right. While meta description does not directly influence ranking, just now I already mentioned to you, but including relevant keywords can make the snippets more relevant to search. Later, I will show you the example as well. Now, you need to describe the content, summarize the page content clearly. So then you have to include a call to action. Okay, so you have to include a call to action to encourage people to take action. Okay, then make it unique. Every page, don't use the same description. Okay, don't try not to use, if you are going to customize it, try not to use the same description, because when you have same description, then you actually confuse Google in terms of Google crawler, right? To represent the content of each page. And last but not least is highlight trigger words with capital letter. So I'm going to give you an example here. So let's say I'm trying to describe my products, and here you see that grain-free, pure, natural. I mean, in typical case, we try to add as much keyword as possible, because there's so many things that we want to describe, and we hope that these are the things that people will read, and then they will attract to it, and then they will click on the link. But in most cases, if you write your description is going to be this length, I mean this long, well, I have to let you know that it's no good. All right. So a better way for you to write is that try to cut it short to 150 to 160 characters. And a good one is that you add grain-free, you summarize it, only those important keywords. Grain-free, pure, natural treats for cats made from 100% fresh salmons, daily launch cat, blah, blah, blah. And then order now. You see, the last sentence I actually added is order now at pet level. Short and simple, short and sweet. Why is good? Because it's less than 160 characters. In fact, if I calculate, it's 159 characters. Contain relevant keywords such as cat. Okay, these are the treat, salmon, or pet lover. Pet lover is because I want to promote my company. Okay, that's why I want to relate it. Okay, sometimes customer will look at cat, treat, salmon. Okay, and then I use my company name to connect to this because I'm the seller. All right. Or if you think that daily launch is important, then you add daily launch because that is a brand. You know, some brand they sell like Nike, Adidas. All right. So it's really sad. And there are also some cases, especially we do have our client they are selling mechanics and mechanical things. And mechanical things, right? It has this serial code. And if that serial code is universally, everyone understood what is the serial code, then by all means put that. All right. So if you think that the serial code is just for your own reference, then my advice to you, don't put that, right? Because that is for, you can put it later when you try to, when people click on your link, they go to your page and they read on your specification, your product, right? So not everything you have to put, all right? Some of it, like I know sometimes salmon, there are people also tell me that it's salmon, but the ingredients it contains like sugar, it contains salt, it contains other, maybe like olive oil, this kind of thing. So those are minor ingredients. So that kind of ingredient, if you want to explain it right, put it in your product page under ingredient. But the main keyword that you try to sell it to your customers, okay, this is a salmon flavor. So you put the salmon. Okay, the rest no need to put. All right. So unique only to this specific product, salmon cat treat, include call to action. It can be order now, it can be buy now, it can be maybe book an appointment now or call us now. Okay, which sounds persuasive. Okay, you need to be persuasive, all right? And then last but not least is highlight trigger words, something like free, okay, grain free. Or if you think that 100% fresh that word attracts your customers, then make it highlight the trigger words in capital letter. All right. So these are an example that I'm sharing with you. And there's a question here. Can I use ChatGPT to describe my meta description? Because I don't know how to describe. Well, it's a good question. Well, I can only tell you that if you know how to use ChatGPT to help you to generate, okay, structure a question in a way that you can command ChatGPT like something like help me to write a meta description for my this product page and title. This you put the title name in less than 160 characters, okay, for my website. You can try that, all right? And if it generates the content that is looks good for you, then all right. But if it's not, then maybe you just adjust a little bit, one or two keywords, and then you add it, right? Then that's great. So nobody is stopping you. You want to use that, you can use that. But always remember, cut it short, all right? Not more than 160 characters. Now I'm going to pause here for a while. Okay, I'm going to show you some examples from our client that they have done that, right? So the first one, let's say example, Daily North. Okay, I just copy this, but when we go to like example Google, right? Let's say I'm looking for Daily North pet treat salmon, right? Okay, so typically this is the search. When I search for this engine, right, then you will see the list of, this is we call this SERP, a search engine result page. So it will list down some of all the sellers that sells this product. And if you look at their meta title example for this one, it's short and sweet, right? Then followed by the company. Okay, followed by the company. How do I know this is company? This is the company name. Okay, this is one of their product. And then another way, yeah, just now I forgot to mention, if you don't know how to describe your meta description, and if you don't know how to ask ChatGPT, one way, I think this is the best way for you to describe your meta description is that you go and look at your other competitor, how they actually structure the description. Okay, so very creative one. I tell you, when we search for a search engine, right, there's a lot of creativity writing from here. For example, this like treat your fur kids with extraordinary. Okay, then some of it they actually put ingredient. Okay, the description is actually ingredient. So if your ingredient sells, then that's it. Great. And then remember just now I mentioned not more than 160 characters, because if anything that you put more, right, then it will truncate. And this is what I mean by truncate. It will have dot. So if you want to put more than that, which not recommendable, make sure that the main important that when people search for those generic keywords, it will show in front. In this case, like Daily Notch, okay, highlighted in bold, Salmon Cat, highlighted in bold, okay. So what if this one you put behind on your more than 160 character, it will not show. It will show something, but it will not highlighted by Google, and chances are they might not rank your this link, okay, in search engine. Okay, and also just now I also mentioned that you need to use the important keywords that is related to your products, and because it will help you in terms of your snippets, right? Here, just now I mentioned about this. Include target keywords because it will make snippets more relevant to search. Now, what I mean is that these are snippets. Okay, these are snippets. Okay, for those of you who are asking, hey, how come my site there is no image one? Okay, like example, there are some of these like example this one. See, don't have picture. Okay, when I click on this okay, it actually brings me to a tag, and this tag, this page, right, it not just talk about cat. There's a dog food. Okay, there's maybe like cat food, there's dog food, and there's other things. All right, so it's not related. It's not really related. Therefore, Google won't be able to put the snippets here. Okay, so if that's why when you do custom meta and custom meta title and description, right? When you do this, right, you need to just now I mentioned that unique, all right. You need to be specific and you need to be relevant. So when you can do all these three, right, then the snippets will appear. And these are the things that it will attract your customers to click on it. Okay, so again, if you can't describe your description, best is you go and search under the Google search engine and then see how your competitor they actually structure the description. And over here, as you can see, highlight trigger words, free shipping. So if this is the thing that you will attract your customers to click on it, then by all means add it in. All right. So another example that I can share with you, like most of us, when you go to your website, right? Okay. Earlier I mentioned for custom meta and custom URL, meta and description, right? And not everything that you must do on it. All right. So because our TDO already done all the major AI SEO for you, but if let's say you trying to rank a page, maybe this page is something that is you try to you want it to rank higher, or this is the focus of the month. Let's say example, I do have this mega sales. Okay, I created a mega sales page. So as you can see from here, my destination code is something like this. All right, product CID mega sales. So what I can do is that, all right, I just go to dashboard, all right, then I go to website setting, custom meta, customize my website URL. And what I can do is that I just copy this, then go paste here, and then source I put as mega dash sales, all right, mega sales up. That's it. All right, no need to put so like mega sales can read it. All right, so then I just click submit. This is one of the way for you to do your custom URL, right? So if I want to add my this edit my this URL with meta title and or description, then I can do that. But if I don't want to do meta title or description, that's it's okay. No need to do that. All right. But in this case, if let's say I want to do my custom meta title, and then this is where I put my title within like 35 to 65 characters, and then for my description is within 150 to 160 characters. All right. Then one moment. Okay, I just close this one first. So I show you an example that one of my clients also. Let's say this is so okay, so this is one of my client. They are dental clinic, and when I search for teeth whitening, right, because this is one of the product that sells really well for them, especially for dental clinic. and you can see that they actually customize their meta title, and they add the location, Teeth Whitening Service in Johor Bahru, and then these are the description. All right, and when I click on the link, right? Okay, so this is one technique that I can share with you all. When I click on the link, you will be wondering, how come it's not straight away go to their product page? All right. Instead, it goes to their category page. When I click on their service, all right, when I click on their service and I go to their teeth whitening, right? Now, this is their category page. See, even category page, what I'm trying to tell you all is that even category page, you also can customize. Now, in this case, right, I just show you an example here. Let's say I just go to product. Okay. I just go to apparel, running shirt. Okay. In most cases, when we go to product page, right, these are the things that we will see. Okay. So if you don't want to customize it, it's all right, just leave it. But there are also cases, because this one already typically it will already show you what is this page about. All right, what is this page about? But if let's say I go to apparel again, okay, under running shirt, okay, and then let's say I just go to apparel. Okay, then under apparel category, this category, right? If you look at the link here, the URL is not, there is no slides that actually mention about apparel. Okay, so you can look back at your website and then you click on your category. So sometimes on your category page, it doesn't really tell you this page is under apparel. Okay, this particular category or this particular product. All right. So this is also one way that you can help to optimize. All right, you can optimize your page, because this is also considered a page that you can optimize it, and to inform Google that, hey, this URL is specifically talking about this particular product. Okay, that is why for like this company, right, this is their product category, and under their product category, there's this teeth whitening, and they actually optimize it and they change it to like teeth whitening, and that's why when you go to when you try to search for teeth whitening on Google page, right, this is the meta title and these are the description. All right. So so if you go ahead, I will, maybe you can try one or two, or maybe a few. You don't have to do all. My advice to you is that maybe you can try one or two products and try to customize it, your page in terms of your URL, your meta title, and your description, and try and see, and maybe you monitor it within like 2 or 3 weeks, or 1 or 2 or 3 weeks, then see how it rank. All right, how it perform. All right. So slowly, if you think that you see that there is some improvement in terms of your URL, in terms of this particular page, then that's great. Then you can slowly move on to the next one, All right. So this is what I want to share with you all today, and it is quite fun actually when you do this kind of thing. Okay, actually not just these features that we have on our merchant system, right? It actually helps you to improvise in terms of some of the pages that you have, so that it can rank well, right? Rank better. I would say that rank better on search engine. All right. So if you have any questions or any comments or any feedback, maybe you can write in the chat, or maybe you can just email me at kflow@newpages.com.my. If you want to refer back to this video recording, then you can follow our YouTube channel at youtube.com/@newpagestv. And remember to click on the subscribe button so that you'll be get notification. All right. So if not, then thank you for your time. I really hope that today's session you learn something, and in fact, I do hope that every Friday you'll learn something. All right. So if you have learned something, then, or maybe you want to know more, and you got any questions or any things that feedback, then you can just let me know. All right. If not, then thank you for your time. All right. Bye bye.